Hi fight fans, this is Ray from Split Decision Boxing, doing another video for you. We're going to be talking about an upcoming fight in about 3 weeks time on August the 21st in Las Vegas. You've got the legend that is the greatest of all time in my book, Manny Pacquiao, fighting Errol Spence Jr. for the unified welterweight title. So that's going to be something for us all to look forward to. It's going to be on, if you're in America, it's going to be pay-per-view on Fox. I'm not sure how we're going to get it in the UK yet, but I'm sure there's where there's a will, there's a way. Just wanted to have a look. If you've seen my earlier videos, you'll know that I've already spoken about just what a machine and what a legend and what an absolute, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, possibly, is Manny Pacquiao, the Filipino fighter. Is it eight division world champion, 12 major world titles. He was the first fighter to be a world champion in 4 different decades. So, you know, this man is, there's nothing this man hasn't done in the world of boxing. He's been there, seen it, done it. He's been in with the best. He's fought the best. He hasn't beaten all of them. He has got 7 losses to his record, but over a record over 4 decades, 7 losses, I don't think is too bad, to be fair. And he's lost to the likes of Floyd Mayweather, you know, undefeated. I'll do a video about Floyd Mayweather possibly after this one, because my views on Floyd Mayweather are slightly different, although his record's better than Pacquiao's. My opinion, personal opinion on him as a fighter is different. So I'll touch on that on another video. But I want to talk about this up-and-coming fight. He's fighting Errol Spence Jr. Now, Errol Spence Jr., for those of you that don't know, undefeated, 27-0, 21 by knockout. So, you know, he's a phenomenal prospect, this guy. He's the current IBF WBC world champion welterweight, 31 years of age. He seems to have the full package. He's known for his prolific body punching and his jab. And that's going to be really hard for Manny Pacquiao to overcome. He's also a southpaw, as is Pacquiao. So they're going to be counteracting each other here, whereas, you know, they say styles make fights, and usually if you get a southpaw versus an orthodox fighter, you know, that adds a bit, you know, a bit of confusion, and it's quite difficult for the opponent to work out what he's going to be doing to counteract the opponent's opposing stance. But being the fact that they're both southpaw in this one, as opposed to both being orthodox, that may cancel each other out, because you know, their lead, their jab will be opposite each other as opposed to on the same side, which makes it a little bit easier to get to work your opponent out. The guy, Errol Spence Jr., when you look at his record, you know, it is phenomenal. He's got a 78% knockout ratio. 21 of his 27 wins, as I said, have come by knockout. Most recently, he beat Danny Garcia in a unanimous decision, but that's no mean feat either. His fights don't tend to go to distance. Very few do. His round average for his 27 fights is 4.9 rounds. So let's call it 5 rounds. So Manny is going to have his work cut out here. Manny Pacquiao, fantastic fighter. He's 42 years old now. So, you know, whatever you say, whatever anybody says, as great as he is and as great as he has been, and he keeps continuing to shock us, doesn't he? He shocked us 2019 by beating Keith Thurman in a split decision. You know, the guy is just an absolute machine and a legend. But that was 2 years ago. You know, another 2 years have gone on there. He was 40 years old then. He's 42 years old now. You know, I've absolutely no doubt at all that he's going to be in shape. He's going to be ready for the fight, and there's going to be nothing that Spence can bring to the table that will shock or surprise Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao has fought all sorts of fighters, from jabbers to hitters to movers to those that want to hold on and try and grind out, you know, fighting on the inside. He's done it all. So there'll be no surprises for Packy. The only thing I would say that's going to be a problem is himself. Is he going to be as fast? I mean, he's a fast fighter. His foot speed, his hand speed, is always been phenomenally fast. And I just, you know, another 2 years since Thurman, is he going to be, is he going to be just that microsecond slower on his footwork and on his jab and on his head movement? And that could be the difference against a young 31-year-old, unbeaten, hungry Errol Spence Jr. I think it's going to be very interesting what tactics Manny Pacquiao brings into the ring for this one. We know he will stand and trade if he has to. He's done it many, many times. We know he can box. You know, he can move and slip, and that he's done that many, many times. It's just whether he will be just that microsecond too slow now, as the age and the years slowly start to catch up with him. Who knows? He's shocked the world over 4 decades. He may shock the world again on the 21st of August. I can't wait to see this fight. My personal view is, you know, having watched some videos of Errol Spence Jr. He's very lean. He's very, very focused. I saw the press conference he did in America. I saw it yesterday on YouTube. Both very respectful of each other, which is really refreshing to see. Not like the debacle you get with most of the fighters these days, where the antics you get with the slagging each other off, and they want to try and get at each other and have to be separated, and all the rubbish that you see. It was real refreshing to see two fighters respecting each other and just saying, I'm not going to badmouth my opponent. I've got nothing to badmouth. I'll do my talking in the ring. And that's lovely to see. I'd like to see the whole of boxing go back to that kind of respect, because for me, I've lost a little bit of respect for the fight game, to be honest, watching fighters that want to turn it into a circus and turn it into something like a WWE or whatever you call it, the World Wrestling, and the same with cage fighting, UFC and all that. When you see the likes of Conor McGregor and the stuff he came out with before and after his defeat the other day, saying he wants to kill, you don't wish anybody dead in a ring. Only if, and I believe, honestly, and I'm sorry for sidetracking here, if you come out with that sort of crap before or after a fight, you should be suspended or even banned or even thrown out of the game for saying something like that. People go into the square ring or the hectagon, pentagon, whatever it's called. They're putting their lives on the line every single time. You're going in that ring to protect yourself and to do serious damage, to try and do enough, not to do serious damage, but to do enough damage to incapacitate your opponent physically so that you can win your bout. And in the process of that, inevitably people get hurt. and they could get hurt seriously. And as we know, you know, that in cases, Michael Watson and people like that, you know, you can get hurt very, very seriously with life-changing and career-ending injuries. And ultimately, there's been deaths in the ring, you know, which we were aware of. So don't go around saying, I want to, you know, I want to kill him. I want him to leave the ring in a body bag and all that crap. There's no need for it. For me, you come out with that, I'm not interested in you anymore. You're not, you know, you're not a true member of the fight game, the fight fraternity, because the true member of the fight fraternity really doesn't wish serious harm on anybody. You know, they do what they have to do. They leave the bad feeling in the ring when they leave. So let's get back to some respect, shall we? Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. I'm sorry I went off on a bit of a tangent there, but it's something that sort of gets my goat. So looking at this fight, what do I think is going to happen? Pacquiao, Errol Spence Jr. I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. My heart tells me, you know, that I want Pacquiao to put on another fantastic performance and give us a spectacle, and to pull something out the bag, you know, and to become a 13th world title, and you know, if he can just keep doing it, that'd just be marvelous, in my opinion. My head tells me this may be the one step too far. I'm not saying Errol Spence is the greatest fighter that Manny Pacquiao has ever fought. What I am saying is that at the moment, Errol Spence Jr. is 27-0. He's a world champion, unified WBC, IBF world champion. He's young. He's got youth on his side. He's got the titles already. He's got the hunger. And I just think it's going to be just that little bit too much. And if I have to make a prediction, my prediction is this. I believe Errol Spence Jr., and I hate saying this, I believe Errol Spence Jr. will stop Manny Pacquiao in around about round 7 or 8. I just think he'll be too strong, too fast. The phenomenal jab and the body shots that he gives, I think, in particular the body shots, you know, as you get older, your recovery is really, you know, I know that I'm nearly 60 years old. So, you know, when you do work your body in whatever way, whatever you're doing, as the older you get, your recovery takes so much longer. So if I was Errol Spence Jr., I'd be working on Manny's torso, around the rib cage, into the solar plexus, you know, trying to really tire him out and work him out, because, you know, you hurt somebody down there, it's so much harder to recover. So that's my prediction. Errol Spence Jr. to win by stoppage, TKO, round about round 7 or 8, unfortunately. But that doesn't take anything away from Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest boxers of all time. Let's see what happens, folks. I hope you like this video. If you did like it, and if you do like, if you've got anything you want to debate with me on that, or your own opinions, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to know what you guys think, who's going to win, Manny Pacquiao or Errol J. Spence. Let's hear your views, folks. Please give me a subscribe. Please give me a like, a thumbs up. And I look forward to speaking to you all again soon. Take care. This is Ray signing off from Split Decision Boxing.